Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, now up for some challenge, inshallah. Now, here we have this figure, and we are told here that angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. Okay, so angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. And then we're also told that angle 4 is congruent to angle 5. Okay? And then we're told that this segment is congruent, okay, and that this segment right here, QS, is congruent to QP. All right, so and then we're asked to prove, that triangle QPR is congruent to triangle QST. Okay, so let's first figure out what those triangles are. So we're asked to prove that this triangle right here, QPR, right here. So this triangle right here, we're asked to show that that triangle is congruent to this triangle, QS and T right here. Okay, now part of the challenge is just seeing what we have to prove here. Okay, part of the challenge is just seeing what we have to prove there. If you didn't imagine those triangles were not distinct in your mind, it would be kind of hard to just go about this proof. So the first thing is you have to really know which triangle you are dealing with. So it does help to kind of be able to see this, okay, these two triangles. Okay, now again, we have very limited resources here, so to speak, in trying to prove triangles congruent. Okay, we have side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and hypotenuse leg. But that's not going to really help us because I don't see any right triangles here. Okay, so in this case, we really only have four things to work with. Now I'm given here one thing, so I'm given this side, see? So those two sides of this triangle are good. Now, if you can imagine, I'm just kind of try to draw these triangles separately out. Okay, there's one of them here. And then I'm going to draw this blue triangle over here, kind of like this, okay? All right, so like that, okay? I kind of separated them out, all right? So I am given here, it looks like that this is congruent to this, right? That's okay, so I got one side. And then I'm given this angle 4, okay? So angle 4 is congruent to angle 5, right? Well, angle 4 is over here, and angle 5 is over here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Angle 4 is over there, angle 5 is over here. And then what? Well, I don't know. Well, I'm given 1 is congruent to 3. But if 1 is congruent to 3, okay, if 1 is indeed congruent to 3, wouldn't you say that 1 plus 2 is congruent to 3 plus 2? Well, 1 plus 2 is this, and 3 plus 2 is this big blue angle over here. That's because of angle addition, right? Okay, so if angle 1 is congruent to angle 3, then angle 1 plus angle 2 is going to be congruent to angle 3 plus angle 2, like this. Okay, that's like addition. Two baby angles give one big angle. So I got that angle right there. Okay, I think we're done. Okay, that's angle, side angle right there. So those two triangles are going to be congruent because of angle, side angle. Okay, tricky. Now this one is tricky because you have to see all of that. What you have to see is first you have to see those triangles, okay, and then you have to see that, okay, if I have those two triangles and it's kind of like this, I'm given those two sides are congruent, okay, I am given those two angles are congruent, okay, very good. And then I can see, oh, if I do angle addition, I can get those two angles to be congruent, and that's angle, side angle, and that's because of angle addition right there. Okay, So these are going to be congruent because of angle, side, angle. Ta-da! There we have it. All right. Okay, now this question we are asked to prove that triangle ADC is congruent to triangle. Maybe I could write that a little neater, don't you think? Okay, so triangle ADC is congruent to triangle BCD. Okay, so let's kind of try to see those triangles again. Let's see, what triangles are we trying to prove? We're trying to prove ADC. Now we're trying to prove that triangle to be congruent to this triangle here, and you're given a whole bunch of things. Okay, well, let me try a different color here. So we're trying to prove BCD over here. So those two triangles. Okay. That seems like I should be able to do that, right? So actually this should be like that. That's reasonably easy, I think, actually. What do you think? Well, I have this red triangle over here, okay? So let me just try to draw this out separately, perhaps, for you. Like a red triangle over here. All right, and then I have this purple triangle over here. All right. Now I'm given that these two sides are congruent. Okay, I got that going for me. And then I am told that this side is congruent to this side, and that segment is congruent to that segment. So this segment, right, wouldn't you say, from here to here must be congruent to from here to here because of segment addition, right? That's segment addition. So those two segments are congruent. So I can prove that segment is congruent to that segment because I just add those two. And then what? Well, and then this side I can get by reflexive property, and that's congruent. Let me put those two like that. So these two sides are reflexive property. I got too many of these. Let's put okay, 4. Ta-da! That's reflexive. And then got side, side, side. There we have it. Side, side, side. So you can prove those triangles congruent by side, side, side. Okay? Until next time, Assalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum.